All
right, we're recording, yo.
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
PodFathers, first official fucking episode.
Yeah, man.
Really? First episode?
Yeah, this like 1.5. We like 1.5.
1.5. This is the remake. This is definitely the remake. I'm John. Follow me on Instagram, Johnny Rare, right down there below.
Stop.
Go ahead, Delroy. Go ahead. Shout yourself out, man.
You know, it's boy Delroy out here, you know what I'm saying? Deli Rare, aka, you know, just popping up with the brothers. Want to talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's the same energy I'm coming for, man. Jay the Grant on everything. Everything out here is Jay the Grant. JAYTHE. It's right below. So that's
all right, man. Let's just get right into it, man. You know, I think we had a conversation about scammers fucking up the game. And how do y'all feel about that?
I got strong opinions, so I'll go. Yeah, man, scammers are really fucking it up for us, man. Us meaning regular guys, you know. I'm not talking about like dirt bags, you know. I'm a regular guy. I have a decent job. I have morals. So, you know, like when I have a lady, I want to, you know, treat her special, things like that. But, you know, some of the expectations are starting to be a bit lofty for me because if you're expecting me to get you a Chanel bag, a Louis bag, and we ain't really talking like that, you got the game messed up. And I think the reason you got the game messed up is because you're on social media a little bit too much. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it.
Honestly, bro, I just feel like my personality to the point where, like, she gonna joke about some shit like that, and I'm gonna just be like, what, are you, stupid? And then, like, you know, everybody gonna laugh it off, and then she just knows not to ever ask me that dumb shit again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's certain personality. If you got a certain personality, bro, they already know, like, all right, this nigga is not gonna do that shit, but he is still cool enough for me to, like, rock with him on some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I feel about it. But they are messing up the game because it's just like, I feel like before the scammer shit was popular or cool, like, anybody be able to punch the ticket in. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like, bro, you're not pulling up in a court in a CA or some shit like that. It's just like, and you're not scamming, like, you can't. Your card not valid, but it's just like,
I don't understand, like, when did the scammers start blowing bags on women? Like, I think that it's always been around.
Yeah.
Maybe social media just hyped it up. But
sure.
I think there was a time when it was like the women who wanted scammers just fuck with the scammers.
Yes.
Now it's like intermingled to the point where it's like, if I meet you and the first date or the first really 3 dates, I don't know, man. I don't know when is the time period for me to get you like a bag, right? But I feel like now it's kind of one of those things where it's like, man, why would I date you when old dude over here is about to drop 10 bands on me right now? And then me.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. I mean, you can go to the dude with 10 bands.
Yes, absolutely.
10 bands. You feel
absolutely.
me? But then I just think that's just like, yeah, it's kind of weird, man. It's weird, bro. That's what I tell you earlier. Like, man, if I'm paying you $10K regularly, you're my employee. Easy.
Yep.
You're a tax write-off. You're a tax write-off.
I'm gonna be honest though, because I know this girl in my past life, right?
Okay. Oh, wow.
Past life, like past life, right?
Disclaimer.
Guys, you got to put that out there. You got to put that out there. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was just regular to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was whatever. Like, I pull up, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then she showed me her Cash App, bro, and niggas was just sending her money to have conversation with her. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, niggas is really out here scamming, breaking the bread off to really just get to first base. When I just feel like if you're the right type of guy and you know how to maneuver and she likes you enough, it's just like you can run home runs all day long and just be buying this bitch Domino's or something if you feel fancy, Fellini's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's
Fellini's.
Fellini's.
That's the fancy meal. I like that.
I feel good about you today. Fellini's is where we gonna meet up at 6.
I
feel that.
I guess the saying is, though, it's not like tricking if you got it, though. So, I mean, if you got the bread to spend, then I guess it really isn't, you know, tricky. I think it just fucks up the game because I think it just
You're doing that to regular chicks. That's what I don't like.
Yeah,
it's like regular chicks that are just getting this now, and it really fucks up because I think that before, like, pre-COVID, I don't think I really shared any bodies with any scammers. I don't think I have any like Eskimo brothers that are scammers. But today, within COVID, like everybody's scamming. Like if you don't have a small business, but you got that small business loan, I'm gonna look at you as a scammer because I know you're not using that for a business. If you're, you know what I'm saying, all this type of like scamming that's going on, I don't want to call Forex people scammers because they're not. They're technically not scammers. But I put them in the category of you are now tricking on people that are like kind of mad regular. So I put them in that category of you fucking up the game. Because now, because the money is coming to you so easy, you just throwing it away so willy-nilly. Now when you're done with this girl and you dash her away and she comes running over here, she's got a freaking expectation that she's gonna have to. She got a palate. Like her palate is different. And I'm like, yo, you kind of talking like you and I are doing the same things. I wonder, like, what are you doing? I asked you, like,
you got,
and she ain't really doing much.
You got champagne taste on a beer budget, man. Like, nah,
beer budgets,
yeah,
water budgets.
But you know what's crazy though? I feel like now it's so many options in terms of people you can date and just like people that you encounter. That it's just like if a woman ever came to me with that type of mindset mentality, it's just like next. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay. But then that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's pockets though. I feel like once you get a taste of something, it's like you stay within that pocket. Like you stay in your lane. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you meet a scammer, you're gonna stick to scammers. Because I just think now it's just intermingled. But I think back in the day, it was I only fuck with drug dealers. I only fuck with scammers. I only fuck with corporate people. I only fuck with this and that. Now the women who once fucked with corporate now fuck with scammers because it can low key look like the same now. You know?
Yeah.
And so
really?
Yeah. As far as aesthetics,
yeah, like aesthetic.
I'm not saying great bags. You're going to dinners. Right. You're going to nice dinners. You're dressing nice. He's dressing nice.
Right. Yeah. In terms of like how you look, aesthetics. Maybe not you actually working in the corporate setting or you owning a business, but more in the terms of the way you guys carry yourself.
We go on a roof quick for lunch now, type shit.
Exactly. Yeah. Right. And so I think that can be confusing. And so when you encounter somebody who like actually is in this pocket and not this pocket, it just gets confusing. But I mean, they really fucked up the game. But you know, I don't know. Who cares?
It's like, look, my thing is this. Now I take a philosophy that I've always had, and this is I don't know if it comes from my genes or something like that, something biblical, or maybe I don't know. Maybe they mentioned it in Psalms, but I only trick or give money to women that can pretty much do it for themselves and can reciprocate that energy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not giving you money. I'm not paying for things.
Well, Jason, be careful. They'll call you broke. Be careful. They'll call you broke. You're broke.
Hey, let me tell you something. Let's talk about that.
You broke because you don't want to give 10 bands. You're broke because you only give 10 bands.
I'm broke. I'm so broke. Let me tell you something. I play broke all day. That's my game. That's my game plan. I play broke. I love playing broke. I love planning things with broke people and then being the guy that actually does it. That's me. Right. That's fine with me. I'll play broke all day.
Right. Yeah.
Until it's time to really start to pay for things.
That's the thing with me that I think I never subscribe to that. If he doesn't want to, if either way, if a woman don't want to drop 20 on you, or man, like they're not broke. Because this my mentality of why would I get you a Birkin and you can't put nothing in it?
So empty purse.
Real spill. Why would I pay 20 bands for a bag and you don't even got 20 bands to your name? You don't got 20 bands to your name.
Same thing. Like I'm not gonna ask no girl to give me no Rolex right now. What I need a Rolex right now for? If you give me a Rolex right now, I'm gonna take it. I'll take it, and I'll take that Rolex. I'll take that Rolex.
But can you compare a Rolex to a Birkin though?
Absolutely. Birkins are way more profitable. Birkin's actually more profitable.
And more expensive than a Rollie, depending on the Rolex.
Depending on the Rolex and depending on the Birkin.
They're both collector's items. Let's just be honest.
Exactly.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. But that's my point. Like I think
let's talk about Chanel. Like let's not link it to Chanel. Let's not link it to like a Birkin. Let's link it to like a Chanel or a Louis bag. Now Louis bags and Chanel's, they don't have like I don't think you compare it to a Birkin, it's not getting profits like that.
Well, I think
especially not a Louis bag.
I'm not a purse expert, so I don't know the prices of purses. I know Birkins are like expensive as shit though.
Yes.
I know a
But
Louis.
Birkins are the Hermes, right? Birkins are the Hermes
Yeah,
bags,
it's
right?
Hermes. It's
Yeah.
Hermes bags,
It's
but
invite
also,
only too. Let's talk about that. It's invite only.
yeah,
You can't just walk into an Hermes and say, "Hey, I want a Birkin bag." No, you're gonna get an
Boy,
invite, or you're on that wait list.
it's
I tried
limited,
to walk
bro.
into a Hermes store one time in Soho. Nigga looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah,
I
no.
was like, all right.
They were like, "You
Yeah,
want to go to the belts? Yes. You want to go to the belts? Yes. The belts in the back.
You took me
I
straight to
don't
the
know,
belt.
man.
Like, no shit, no cap. Took me straight to the belt. I was like, all right. I see where y'all going.
You
I'm
know what
not putting
you know what I'm here for.
I don't even go into those stores, man. I don't even like that shit. But
I do.
Yeah, that shit,
I
yeah.
do. I love going to stores, especially like high end stores. Like when I actually can spend the money, I don't care what I'm buying. If I'm buying a belt, I'm buying a belt. If I'm buying fragrance, I'm buying fragrance. But I'm going in that store,
I don't
and
like
I'm going to have that experience.
I don't like shopping. I don't like shopping anywhere where I feel like I'm judged. And
Yeah, bro.
and like and
Yeah.
true story. I kid you not. That's one of the reasons why I don't fuck with Wish Atlanta. Like if y'all ever been to Wish in
No, I haven't
Atlanta,
been to Wish.
you never been to Wish in Little Five
Uh-huh.
No,
Points. It's
what's
like a
Wish like?
it's like a streetwear store. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm cool with hella people who work there. I know a lot of people work there.
Mhm.
Like back when I was in like sneakers and shit, I used to be there. But like I never forget. I'm telling you, bro. There's certain things that you'll just never forget. I'll never forget. I was in 10th grade, bro. This when I bought my first pair of Jordans. I bought my first pair of Jordans in 10th grade. I bought some Last Shot 14s, and I had saved up some money, and like I got money for Christmas. And I walked in, got the Last Shots, and the lady was like, "What you using your Christmas money, brokey?" And I was like, lit a fire into me. Lit a fire. You know, I was just like, man, fuck Wish. Man, that's why I was just like, I don't like feeling judged when I'm shopping, man. Like, why does it even matter?
Oh, that's hard. Yeah,
And then I wasn't even thinking the way I think now. Then I'm just thinking like, bro, you're literally like an employee at Wish. You're probably making like $11.50 an hour. Like, stop it. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't
that's fucked up.
That's why. But I'm serious. I really don't like shopping anywhere where I feel judged. But that's why that goes back into like, you know, you just kind of is what it is. I don't know.
That's fucked up.
And that's why when like niggas get the bag, bro, they be like, yeah, I'm gonna move over to Cobb County or some shit. I'd be like, never.
But that brings us into our other topic. Like, we fuck the list that we got. You know, we just
fuck the list, bro.
But this is a good transition into like the you know, when you get on, should you move into a wider neighborhood, and can black people, does that make you racist? Like, can black people be racist? What do you think?
For the first part, like when like the bag comes in like really heavy for me, like I'm not moving to like Cobb County, Marietta, Gwinnett, bro. Some parts of Gwinnett I'll probably go at. But like I'm trying to go at like East Atlanta Village, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe some parts of Midtown I might touch. I want to be in a community where there's other black people that's there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
but do you fault people who like grew up in maybe an all black community or grew up in the hood and they get on and they move to a wider neighborhood? Do you fault them?
Because living in an area like that, bro, no. When you live in an area like that and you really just tired of like the little bullshit, like niggas stealing from you, having to run into other niggas' problems, it's like, bro, you want to just get so far away from that shit and just be peaceful.
Yeah.
So I understand it. But as a man, understanding like economic injustice that goes on in the black community, it's just like, bro, I just can't leave here with a bag to go spend this shit with somebody else that ain't gonna go spend their bag with me type shit.
That's real.
That's how I feel about it, but that's how I feel about it.
I'm similar. Like, I know that like my goal and like the type of house that I want, one, I'm not even trying to see my neighbors. That's first. Like, I want to be on some land. I have to have some type of land. So it won't even matter who my neighbors are. So I don't even really care if they're black or white. But to answer your other question of, do I fault people who do it? If you move into an all white neighborhood, I don't mind. Now, are you also putting money into the community where you came from so that one day the community that you come from can look like the community that you're in now? That's where I'm a judge. That's where I'm judging. If like a LeBron, right? He lived, when he was in Cleveland, he lived in, I want to say Bath, Ohio, something like that. Really, really, really white, ritzy area. But he was also putting money back into Akron. So I don't really mind that because, hey, at the end of the day, you have to put your kids in a place where they can have access to the best schools and all that stuff, right? So fine with me. Now, the whole question of can black people be racist? Technically, we cannot be racist because we don't live in a society or a framework where we benefit as Black folks. That's just not a thing that we live in. So we can technically not be a racist race because of just where we are. That does not mean we can't be prejudiced. We can absolutely be prejudiced. You know,
Sure.
I see that. I see my like you know, I don't know what it was. Something like biases that you have, but you're not aware of, right? My non-conscious biases, right? I took that whole quiz that Harvard put out.
You mean your subconscious biases?
It's subconscious biases. Yes. So I took that quiz and I found out a lot about myself. Like I'm very prejudiced against certain things. And I've worked on that since I found that out. So Black people can absolutely be prejudiced. That's the truth. But I don't know about racist, no.
All right. I think to answer the neighborhood question, I don't fault Black people who get money and move into a better neighborhood. But I think it's a contradiction to move into a better neighborhood and then put money into the neighborhood you grew up in, because you could have just lived there and just build it up. No, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we get mad when our neighborhoods get gentrified, but bro, you left and you had the means to invest in the community and still live there. So don't get mad when another community comes in and try to take over our community because you left, right?
I feel that. But that stuff can still be dangerous, man. I mean, look at what happened to Nipsey, man. Nipsey is the prime example of you can give all to the neighborhood that you came from. You can live in that neighborhood, work in that neighborhood, give opportunities in that neighborhood, and they could still bite you and bite your hand. You know what I mean? So I understand the safety precautions. Like you look at guys from like Chicago, right? Most of the guys that blew up in Chicago in that drill scene, they don't live in Chicago anymore because of just how Chicago is. Do they still give and do opportunities to uplift the community? I mean, G Herbo just started a whole drive-by psychology thing for all the kids that are going through PTSD in that neighborhood like crazy.
I think
right?
I really feel like it just depends on the neighborhood you live in, and I also feel the city really depends on it. Because personally, I've lived in 3 hoods in my life. Like I lived in West End, Birmingham, and now Harlem, like East Harlem, right?
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's a little bit easier in New York City because you can buy a brownstone in a nice, block, and you can still be in Harlem,
Yeah.
So it's like you're really giving back, but you're kind of removed a little bit from, you can go a couple blocks up. You can go a couple blocks up the street, and you're in a nice brownstone, but you're still in Harlem. As opposed to, I just feel like living in the West End, which is mostly residential, it may be a little bit harder, but I just think, man, I'm just a prominent believer in if you see it, you can do it. So imagine somebody who's from your neighborhood and he comes back and he lives next door to you, right?
That's
or, because me personally, I work in public finance. So I see how the funding goes and I see how we make money and how governments make money and how schools get funded, whatever, right? So I just think if you improve the area, then that goes hand in hand with schools becoming better. Like, just think about like back in the day before crack was put into our neighborhoods, man. Like, we had pride in where we lived in. We had everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, people were happy. Grass was cut, man. People stealing from each other, but it wasn't on no petty shit. Like, if you need something, it's a community, like a real life community. And I feel like we just lost that aspect as African-American people of like what our community means to us, right? Like, even when it comes to policing in our own neighborhoods and when it comes to just teaching each other our history, teaching our kids our history. And I think every time someone gets on and they move out, that just, like, think about how many people have gotten on out of a certain hood. It's a lot. And just imagine if all of them stayed where they were at, or, like one at a time came, the neighborhood would look way better.
But I think you can absolutely do that from afar. Not from afar, but I mean, you can absolutely do that without living in that neighborhood. You don't have to live in that neighborhood yourself. You can move your family in, have them in there for rent free. Like, I just think about a great idea just now. The neighborhood where I came from, right? There are a bunch of boarded up houses on my street alone. Okay. And they're coming like crazy, and they keep growing. What I could do is buy the land that's not paid, that is just basically owned by the state. Buy that, build homes, have them as like Section 8 homes, and then find a kid that's in that neighborhood, finance him to have like a lawn care type of company, front him the money to start it up, and then basically pay him to manicure the lawns throughout the week. You know what I mean? That's something that where you can start to build that community up without living there.
My question is, how
I'm saying that bread got to come back. That bread has got to come back.
The bread has to come back. Forget you. You don't have
Right.
to be there. The bread needs to be there. The money needs to flow in the community where you grew from.
My thing is, I don't know, man. I feel like it's definitely like one of those tricky situations. I definitely don't fault people who grew up in certain situations and like grew up in the hood, and it's like, all right, we gotta move out, obviously, like, right. But I also think like my first choice isn't running to a white neighborhood, and maybe that's just me being like living from Atlanta and knowing that there are wealthy black neighborhoods out here that you can move to.
That's a big part about it. Just growing up in Atlanta, knowing there's rich black people.
Yeah, like even I just wouldn't feel. I don't even feel comfortable in white neighborhoods now. Like if I'm ever driving through Johns Creek or Sandy Springs, all white neighborhoods, man, I feel more scared than when I'm in the West End or Adamsville. I don't feel scared over there. I feel great. Like in Bankhead, I'm not scared. But like when I'm going to like Johns Creek in these really white ass neighborhoods, terrified, man. Because I don't see no one look like me, and just off of
driving through Avondale. Driving through Avondale, that's
Avondale Estates, right? So my point of saying there's so many wealthy black neighborhoods that you could live in, or black cities within the Atlanta or Metro Atlanta area or wherever that aren't necessarily as hood. Like you can go and live deep in the Cutting Lithonia, which is a all black city,
bro.
And it's like large ass houses, like over by Browns Mill. Exactly, like it's super big houses over there. You know what I'm saying? And you're still in the black community, in the black neighborhood, and you're still supporting our people. You know, I just feel like, man, this moving straight to a white neighborhood is just kind of like a cop out a little bit. But
it is a bit of a cop out.
I feel like it is a cop out.
It depends on what you have. It depends on the neighborhood. It depends on if you have kids. It depends on, you know, it's a lot of different scenarios.
I think if I had kids though, I would one, that would make me more inclined to live in a black neighborhood, just so you can be around people who look like you and know what it feels like. And, you know, like I get the whole school system situation, but I think that's it as a cop out too, because I feel like if you have a strong foundation, strong family, strong network, then you're going to be successful regardless. It don't matter what school you go to. If the people in your life keep pushing you to be great, you're going to be great. You know, no school can teach that. Like me personally, I went to an all-white school and lived in an all-black neighborhood, right? And I know that they give the illusion that private school is better, but I don't think so. I think I'll be in the same position I am now, whether I went to public or private school. It's just that narrative has been driven into our head that like white is right, white is better. You know, private school is better than public school. Well, if you keep taking all the gifted kids out of public school and putting them in private school, that school's never going to get better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, and it's also about the teachers. It's also about the funding. It is, you know what I mean? Like my mom used to work for like the Board of Education. So like the budget stuff and the budgetary concerns and like how many kids are in a room concerns, that's huge. How many kids per teacher? That's a huge factor on just how much can a teacher be dedicated to each student in a classroom setting. Like if we really, really want to talk about changing the black community, and this kind of gets us into our other topic, like black economic and getting black people to be empowered, there are some systematic changes that we are going to have to make. There's going to have to be a bigger focus on giving and donating to schools that are public, donating to get teachers debt paid. You know what I mean? If you are a teacher, you should not have to pay your student loan debt, because at the end of the day, like that's a invaluable career that we have to have. We're not going to have robots teaching our kids. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, bro, because I feel like sometimes that sounds like a really good thing, but then that's an incentive. That's a financial incentive that attracts I feel like some of the wrong people into the business. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You'll have somebody that graduated college. They don't want to do this shit, but at the same time, they don't want the debt over their head. So they're going to go ahead and sign this contract, obligate, do that in 2 years, get their debt wiped off. And it's just like the whole time you were there for 2 years, you didn't make any impactful difference as a teacher. So that's why I don't really like that incentive thing a
Yeah.
little too much. But then again, that's just me.
I don't like incentives for that same reason because it starts to pollute the pool.
It pollutes the genuine.
Yes.
But
No, go ahead.
But I just feel like to be a teacher or to be anybody in public service, because I was like, it's in that public service world, you have to generally want to wake up in the morning and do that shit and have a, you know what I'm saying, have a good soul about it or feel good about doing your job. Because there's a day at the end of my career when I started tanking off, bro, I was just like, damn, bro, I don't even fuck if this nigga live or die today. Like, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just your day. It's just your day, bro. It's just your day today.
Bro is letting dudes die in the EMT. That's funny as fuck.
That's never happened, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's
okay.
like, bro.
Okay.
It's just like,
nah, man. I think teachers definitely for sure have to get paid more, man. Like, I don't understand why they don't.
Yeah,
I do
shit
understand.
crazy.
I know why they don't get paid more, but it's one of those things where they definitely should be compensated more for what they do, for sure.
Absolutely.
In terms of Black economic power, I think the way that a lot of celebrities give charity is wrong. And I mean that by saying, like, if you just give a turkey drive or,
nah, be mindful now. There's niggas that's really not eating that every night. So
no, I understand. But it kind of goes into the whole thing about, like, Haiti. And if you keep, it's the reason why Haiti doesn't like America and, like all the funds that come in, because you're just giving it to me, right?
Yeah.
You're supposed to build it up. You're supposed to, initially when something bad happens, right, we need food, we need aid, obviously.
Yes.
But if you keep giving me aid for 10 plus years, what is that? How does that help? And I feel that same way about our hoods in America. If you keep doing that, all right, I can't eat, but you're not putting me in a position where I can get food, right?
It's that parable, bro. It's that parable of you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. You give a man a fish, he'll eat for the day. Right. You have to give, if you're going to give a man a fish, you're going to have to also couple that with, here's how to also fish.
And that's why I was fuck with Nipsey, based on the fact that, bro, he created a store. He created coding classes in the neighborhood. He created things that give people of color opportunities to go out and find employment. Yes. Why are the reasons that people commit crimes and rob and steal? It's crimes of opportunity.
Resources.
It's not that I hate you for something that you've done. It's because I can't eat, so I'm gonna take. My only way I know how to feed my family and feed myself is if I take from you, because no one's hiring me out here, so I'm gonna take from you. But if you put programs in place, which these celebrities have so much influence, man, like so much influence to influence corporations and X, Y, and Z CEOs, and like Meek Mill is best friends with Robert Kraft, right? He's on his board. So
y'all seen that DC tan that he made Robert Kraft put on though?
But that's my point. That's my whole. That's my whole point of.
Look that shit up.
That's my whole point of influence. Of if you can create programs for people to get jobs, people to get trades and skills, that's to me is way more impactful than me coming and doing a turkey drive every year. Not saying that turkey drives are bad, because you definitely need that for sure. Because there are people who can't eat, right?
Yes.
But if you was to ask me what would I rather have, I think it's like the skills in place for me to get a job and feed my family. And that goes into the whole argument about our neighborhoods. And if everyone has a job and everyone is able to take care of their family and take care of their home and keep up with the area, then it's a domino effect. It trickles up. It's going to trickle up, and you're going to see our neighborhoods and more people in power. Like, that's really all it is. Crime going to be cut down, all that. Like, it's really just opportunity. People just need opportunity. There are a lot of viable skills and workers in our hoods and our neighborhoods, man.
Absolutely.
Like, I hate how they push this narrative of us not being able to do shit and not skilled, and that, oh man, he's a criminal, he's a thug, because you're not looking at why this man is doing what he's doing. He's doing because you're not giving him a chance. You're not giving him an opportunity. So I think if we put those type of programs in place, and I know people are starting to do it and it's starting to happen, but I think that's way more impactful. Exactly. And that's way more impactful than just handing me some shit, right? So I think that's how you build it up.
So let me ask you this, because this is actually really top of mind to something that's going on in Atlanta right now. So if you've been anywhere near Atlanta, Buckhead, Midtown, anywhere like near the West End, you've probably noticed there's been an uptick in like young guys selling water, selling drinks and stuff on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Now, Keisha Lance Bottoms is coming out with a thing where she's basically saying that that's illegal, that we don't want them selling, bottles and reselling because technically that is illegal. Yes, fine. But what she's trying to do is, and if you know more about it, let me know. But it's something around like starting up programs to get them basically job placement.
And that's my thing. And that's my thing.
I read that article too. I think I read an article about that. I think they were trying to do some type of program to help them with something else. I don't know what the program in detail, which is very important, so I can't really speak on it too high, but I do know what you're talking about. I feel like go ahead, John, my bad.
I don't have enough background. I've seen like on Twitter, I didn't read no articles, but if she's just banning it to ban it, then that's foul. But if she's banning it and replacing it and actually following through on her word of replacing it with something more constructive and something that'll allow these kids to make money just in a better way, then I'm all for it. But if it's just you banning it because it's like, dang, like, what are you teaching? Like, come on, man. Like, what are you doing? Like, these kids are not bothering anybody. They're making money by selling water. Like, no one I know has a real problem with it. I see the kids sell water all the time. It's not even just a West End thing. It's any black neighborhood in Atlanta. Like, you go, anytime I get off of Wesley Chapel, it's kids over there selling water. You see what I'm saying? And you support them when you got $1 and I got a loose $1, a couple $, give it to them.
Yeah.
Like, they not bothering nobody, right? But then it just doesn't make sense. She's different.
She's done some things in the past I haven't agreed with too. So it's just like my opinion on her doing that shit is not favorable too. And before you went, and my thing about that too is before you open your mouth to say we gonna dead this, you need to have a solution in hand. You know what I'm saying?
Ready.
Like okay, we gonna dead it, but this gonna be alternative. Just don't dead it and we niggas hanging. You know what I'm saying? Don't have 12 pulling up on kids because they're selling water. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Having them writing citations to a kid because he's selling water. But you ain't got a program to offer.
How is she going to implement this plan? Is she gonna get the list of all the kids' businesses she just cut out and get the names of those kids and put them in some type of program where you're making the money that you were making selling water or maybe more? Or is it just one of those things where sign up? Like, come on, you know?
I thought it's gonna be something simple like, you'll just put the flyer out there in the middle of the road on the, because they always at. They always on the exits where, traffic gets heavy. So that's where you just gotta, put that flyer down like, hey, program for X, Y, and Z. Sign up for this program. Come down here on this day and the third. We're gonna provide an opportunity for you to work, make money. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. That's what I'm on. But
so here we go. Here we go. I got 2 points from it. So they're saying that they're partnering up with APD, of course, which is just to stop the current thing, as well as like local
this is
advocacy group. This is real damage control. Yeah. So advocacy groups, right? Now they said, I'm reading this thing from the city of Atlanta, so it is verified. Administrative Order 2020-21 directs the Chief Operating Officer to convene an advisory council comprised of public agencies, residents, businesses, nonprofits, philanthropy, faith-based organizations, and educational institutions that will recommend strategies for development of fueling the entrepreneurial spirit of young people throughout the city, and 2, support the entrepreneurial goals of young water vendors in Atlanta. Now, to me, it sounds like a whole lot of lip service because it sounds like
some bullshit.
They don't have shit set up. They just want to shut it down immediately because now, let me play devil's advocate real quick. It is unsafe what they're doing. They are going out and they're running into this. Let's be real. They are running in the street, and we know how Atlanta drivers are. They aren't looking They aren't the best drivers. So it's only a matter of time before one of these kids get hit by a car. I see that. 2, it is a federal crime to resell water because at that point, there's no type of verification of did you mess with the water, things like that. Now, that's me playing devil's advocate. That's me saying from the city's point of view, this is a
Karen's
safety
point
issue.
of view.
And what I'm gonna say, I'm gonna tell you why they're doing this, right? I don't think it's because of the Black Lives Matter shit. I don't think it's because the police, everything. Gentrification, bro. Think about, I'm so serious, man. And like that notion of it's dangerous, okay, it's dangerous, kids being in the street. But man, these dudes have been selling, like we were selling water.
Yeah, we've been doing that.
Like this has been going on for a long time. And I personally, I mean, I got someone check the numbers to verify it. I don't know how many kids have actually gotten hit by cars because a lot of these kids, like, granted, it is dangerous staying in the street, but a lot of them is like smart to me to where they only come with red light, got it. You know what I'm saying? And it just sounds, and then if you think about it, these are like kids. Maybe the oldest I've seen sell water is like 12, maybe, I don't know, probably a little bit older, but it's only so many things you can do to make money at that age. Cut grass.
Especially now.
I mean, yeah, like it's only so much you can really do. And so you taking away my only source of income as a kid, like it just makes you like not even trust government. I mean, you're not like, we don't trust government anyway, but it's one of those things that just adds on top of it. Like, wow, they're taking my way of making money. I was making this much a day, and now you want me to sit on my ass. And, you know, and what's that saying? What's it saying? It's about damn, I just drew a blank. But anyways, you know, not for real, but an idle mind is a devil's playground. So like you have nothing to do, you're gonna end up getting some shit you're not supposed to be getting into. And this is this is your legal way of making bread, and they took that away from you. So then it just is like, well, what other choice do I have to make some money? I can't go get a job because I'm 12. I can't.
12, yep.
What can I do?
And there aren't really a lot of jobs hiring. That's one.
Exactly. And this is how I was making money. It's just bullshit, man. Bullshit. So I feel bad for them.
It's just sad because every time somebody tries to craft out a lane for themselves, it's just a really unnecessary roadblock that they gotta go through to try to really, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's water, bro. Like, I'm about to go buy 24 pack at the store.
Exactly.
Pay $8. Pay $6 for the pack. Come out and just fill them all for like $1.
Half the time I don't even drink that water, bro. I just give the dude. I just give a little kid $2 just to give it to him, man, because he out here doing something positive and constructive. Like, I'm just giving it to him to give it to him. Not even drinking the water. So, and then what kid's about to poison some water? Fuck the federal law. What kid's about? I'm not drinking this thing. Oh, he might have.
What's the motivation behind doing some shit
plus you got the seal. If the seal is broken, then obviously I'm not going to drink it. But if the seal's still on it, then come on, man. You know, it's just, they have so many. It's gentrification, man. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's these white people moving into our neighborhoods and our communities, and they don't like seeing what they seeing. So they're trying any and every way to get rid of it. They're stripping our neighborhoods, man. That's just real. And Keisha, as a mayor, has to appease to these people. And that's all she's doing. And the crazy thing is, Atlanta is majority black neighborhood. So why do you, majority black city. So you're appeasing the one base. Like, come on, man. That shit is lame. That shit is super lame to me. That's super lame. That's not what a leader does.
That's what I was about to say, man. Like, I'm not saying I'm glad to see a black woman in power, so I'm not going to publicly, you know what I'm saying, just be, you know what I'm saying, that guy, but I'm just at the same time, bro, like, she ain't really, you know what I'm saying? She ain't down with the in crowd.
Yeah, I love Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. I'll say that. Let me do a disclaimer. She wrote me a letter when I graduated, so she is a great lady. I love this lady. But, and I'll say this, I don't know the types of stress and things that comes with being a mayor of a major city, because at the end of the day, this is a major city. There are a lot of different, hands you got to kiss. There's a lot of rings you got to kiss. I don't know the type of trials and tribulation this woman is going through. Do I think that she thinks that she's doing her best? Absolutely. I think she thinks she's trying to do her best. I just think she probably needs a little bit more of staff that counsels her, that's not afraid to say, "Yo, this is not the right look."
Yeah,
You need, you know what I mean?
read the
You need
room.
better counsel. Yeah,
Like,
read the room. Read the room.
But I feel like, bro, but I'm telling you, when you're in a different room for so long, it's hard to read the room. It's like you know what I'm saying. You was in the club. You was in the club every night, so you knew what was going on musically, like sounded like you knew what was gonna pop. But now you left. You're an executive. You don't want to go back to the club. It's just like damn. And then you gonna put some bullshit out like, bro, what the fuck is this? Like, bro, you like, but you just lost your ear for this shit. Like, you just not in the room no more. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's a cop out a little bit. I just think that's why you get people who are in tune with what's going on around you. Because as a person in leadership, you're not going to be able to be in every single room. But if you have somebody from each pocket coming to you and advising you, if she definitely didn't have nobody from the West End in that room. She didn't have nobody from one of these hoods in Atlanta in that room. Because if that was the case, it'd be like, man, you see what's going on outside.
They've been doing this.
Exactly. Like, they've been doing this one, and you see what's going on in terms of social justice and black people trying to come up economically. And this is just something that just doesn't look good. And I know it's just some old shit, but it just doesn't look good to me. And then on top of that, I'm telling you, man, there's a premium on leadership in America right now, bro. There are not a lot of leaders. There are no leaders. And now I'm talking about that's across all boards of government, Republican, Democrat, Green Tea Party, Libertarian. I don't give a fuck. Schools.
Not for
John
real, man. For 2020. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
But it's frustrating. It's real life frustrating because you as a leader, people look to you to do certain things and to carry yourself in a certain manner. And if you're not willing to do that and you're willing to put out bullshit and you're willing to do bullshit, then the people around you are going to do bullshit. That's why the country looks the way it looks now, because you got people trying to line their pockets instead of like helping the overall goal of people. You see what I'm saying? And so when that is the case, man, nothing will ever be right. You see what that's why, man, I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. It's hard for me to ever see America changing.
I'm the same way.
And it's not even. It sounds a little cynical and a little skeptical, but man, we've been fighting this fight forever, bro. Forever, and it's like no one. It's like I gotta stop saying like, but it's really frustrating, man, because we've seen our parents fight it, our grandparents fight it, great grandparents fight it, and Black people are the lowest on the totem pole. African Americans, man, we are the lowest on the totem pole. We're under every single race. I don't remember Dr. White's class, Jason, and she wrote that in her book, and it statistically was proven by some Yale or Harvard experiment that in terms of every single race, African American men and women are on the bottom. The bottom. Asians are ahead of us, Latino, and then the crazy thing, what happened the past recent week when that Latino actor pretty much called out the Black Lives Matter movement, or just called out Black people in general about how we don't fight for their representation. And it's like, man, bro, anytime I feel like we talk about change, we say Black and brown people.
Yeah, we do.
And then the first thing that come out of this actor, I can't remember his name, but it's, bro, come on, man. What do you mean? We all really going through the same fight. You know, man. But some of us been here I can't see that shit changing, man. Just people are not checking their privilege at the door, and they probably will never will. So why would I change if it's been benefiting me for my entire life? Would you? Come on, let's be real.
Yeah, man. I mean, my thoughts on it, man, is I am really, I hate to be that Debbie Downer right now, but I really don't look forward to raising kids. Dang. Just with looking in America, because just looking at like the past 3 months we've had, America in general, not even with race things, like not even just with the race things, America in general is just behind. You know what I mean? It's just it's no longer a place that like, oh wow, people should want to come here. I can't wait to raise kids and tell them, hey, you're in America, you're a Black man in America, you're a Black woman in America. You know what I mean? At this point, I am going overseas at some point before I turn 50. And like, if my kids grow up here, like first couple of years they'll grow up here, but
well, shit, you got Mr. Dual Citizen right here.
Bro, I gotta give y'all that from a different perspective though. Like from the perspective of like, both of my parents coming from the same, bro. My parents, the island my parents come from is no bigger than Stone Mountain Park, bro. On God.
Wow.
Both of my parents came to America with $100. New York City, January, no winter coat. And my dad's super successful, and my mom's a nurse, a cancer nurse at Emory University.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say like there's the opportunity, there's no like rush or no to come to America, bro. I'm telling you, there's niggas I know right now
People
that'll
are
catch a
lining
body, will catch a body to come sit where I'm sitting at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm dead ass, bro. Like just really just max somebody out just to be in America for like a year, 2 years. But when I feel like, but at the same time, when me being here, bro, and me just seeing the funk, did he disappear?
Nah, he's still on.
But just me being here and seeing what's really going on a day-to-day basis is like, bro, I want to take my family back to where my parents are from and raise them there because I just feel like it's just way more of a healthy environment to raise a human being, but still, I want to use America the same way America used me, bro. Like, come here for my monetary purposes, get capital, get wealthy, and go live a better quality life in a different area, bro. And I just feel like that's what a lot of people who are extremely successful do. Man. And that's my take on this place, period.
I just think you just take the experiences that you experience now and I instill them into like kids, family, right?
Facts.
And I feel as though we're the generation that is big on entrepreneurship or just doing things for yourself, not waiting for a handout to come or not waiting for someone else to do something for you, right? So I think that'll trickle down into our kids, right? So if anything, I could see I may be skeptical in terms of us moving up in kind of that white power structure or white kind of.
I don't know. That's why I can't really agree with y'all on, bro. I really feel like black people are making really big strides, and not big strides, but like it's better than what it was.
It's for sure better than what it was, but we're still in the positions that we were in before. Just it looks different.
It's a slow grinding axe, bro. I'm gonna just be honest.
And
bro.
The wealth gap has been the difference between the white and black wealth gap in terms of number has been the same forever. It's the same percent. Maybe we have 1%. More, but
1%. I think we're like 1%.
Bro, we have our average household net worth is $17,000, and a white family's average net worth is around like 100,000, 6 figures. That's my whole point. It's a whole wealth gap in America, and it just looks different. We're not getting hosed down every day now, but look at prisons. Majority of black and brown people make up prisons, right? Look at the wealth gap. Look at it's a clear cut difference between white and black in America. And then they come in saying, oh, well, you know, it's more black people in corporate spaces, but doing what? I can speak from a corporate perspective where I'm so serious. It's not enough to just have a black person in the C-suite and his only role is diversity and inclusion, or her only role, right? Your only black C-suite executive is diversity and inclusion at a lot of these companies. And then a lot of these companies don't even have black in the C-suite anyway. So
that's what we were talking about earlier when we talked about, you know, they got to fill their black quota up so they don't get fined, they don't be looked at, frowned upon in this industry, as you know what I'm saying.
Right, but it's
X, Y, and Z. It's only like 10 niggas, bro. I mean, it's only 10 black people, and there'd be a corporate office at like 250.
Hey man,
or like the head honcho is still like a 48-year-old, a 50-year-old white man. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, man, I'm big on. If you see someone who looks like you in the position where you want to be, you can definitely get there, and it motivates you more. And I think it's a lot of us, black people who work in these corporate spaces, it's a little bit dehumanizing, demoralizing when you see no one who looks like you in higher positions. And that goes into my whole point of, man, it's never going to change until we start our own, until we implement nepotism in our own businesses and communities, right? And it's where the head honcho looks like you or she looks like you, you know, and it's just, that's how it's going to change, bro. And I think once that happens, once more businesses are created, and I'm not just talking about fashion or like entertainment, like actual viable businesses, right? Black grocery stores, black banks, like stuff we already have, but I guess we don't really take it as seriously as we should. But I think it just comes with time, man.
But I just feel like, and that's what I'm saying. It's a slow grinding act. I feel like, a lot of time, I feel like our parents' generations are like the spooks that were at the door. You know what I'm saying? They got the gym, they learned what it was and what it wasn't, and then they left and then try to do their own thing. You know
See,
what I'm saying?
I don't think that. I don't think that at all. I think our parents' generation, we're not. I think we're the spooks who sat by the door.
Yeah.
And I think our kids are gonna be even better than us and reap that benefit.
Yeah, for sure.
I think our parents grew up. Well, I can speak for my parents personally. I love my parents, but they grew up in the '60s, like Jim Crow era. So they still have. They have that mindset of just a little bit more. Man, if this helps my family stay secure, it's what I'm gonna do. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not it's more of we're not gonna challenge the status quo because we see what happens when you challenge the status quo.
Right. And that's perfect. That's really perfect. That's really, really perfect.
Right. And I think us growing up from the 90s, well, but born in the 90s and kids now, they don't see that. Like they didn't experience segregation. They didn't experience Jim Crow. They didn't experience seeing lynchings, right? They're experiencing, this is what life is like. I can create my own through coding and the internet, right? So it's
especially the internet.
Exactly. So that's my point of we're really the spooks, where some of us are in these spaces and we're bringing it back, and I think that's what happens. So I think I'm skeptical in terms of like people who don't look like us checking their privilege and the system that's in place. I don't think that's ever going to change, me personally. But I think that we can create our own system and where we control everything. And I think that'll happen for sure.
I feel like that'll happen on the grand, like you said, I feel like, just to go back to read what you said, I feel like our parents were those people that, they kind of died on the cross. And they not died on the cross, but like they just created a safe haven for us to be, nurtured and then to sprout off and do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like our dads weren't the ones to go like, go try to run, get capital funding to go start an investment portfolio or something like that. But they were able enough to go get like that 9-to-5 square $100,000 job year, put you in a good school, put me in a good school, and then
it's right in. Jeez, I don't know. Sorry, y'all. What's up?
Oh, this guy, man. What happened, bro? You disappeared, man. You're going to have to edit that out.
Bro.
I got to edit it out?
I don't know. Well, we probably definitely have to do some.
Well, leave it in, man. I can't take bathroom breaks, man. Y'all niggas is worse than Amazon.
Damn. You ain't saying nothing, bro. Raise your hand like you're school.
Yeah, you got to raise your hand.
I'm a grown man. I'm not raising my hand. If I got to leave, I got to leave.
Isn't that the craziest thing? You had to raise your hand and use the bathroom?
That's wild.
I didn't. I went to private school. We just kind of got up and walked. But public school for sure, y'all definitely had to raise your hand. It's weird.
Nah, public school crazy. Private school was way worse for me.
Private school was worse, right?
Oh, you went to private school too?
I went to a private school for a semester until I got kicked out.
Damn.
Got kicked out. This guy.
I got kicked out. Let's do story time, bro. I got kicked out of Catholic school because I wore the rosary like a chain. That's one offense.
How are you supposed to wear? Wait, how are you supposed to wear a rosary?
You're not supposed to. That's the point. You're supposed to like wrap it around your hand.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I didn't either. So I wore that.
I wore it like
that was the first offense. My My second offense. Damn, is it like a echo?
Yeah, it's an echo. Yeah.
Hold on. All right, yeah. My second offense was I put my feet on the little like kneeling things behind the bench in the church. Like there's like these little they look like footrests to me because they look like the footrests that they have on the plane.
I've never been to Catholic church before.
Yeah, me
neither. Okay. Well, let me give you a little background. There is literally a little like leather leather wrapped thing that comes from underneath the bench that flops down, and that's really for you to get on your knees and pray behind the bench. Okay, but what I would do is fling it down and put my feet on it. Okay, that was the second offense. The third offense was an offense where my dad kind of messed me up too. My dad, I was talking in class, I got kicked out, and they were saying, hey, you need to come get your son, basically, right? So my dad comes down. They send out a kid that's obviously not me. And they said, yeah, you need to take your son and get him out of here. He's being a disturbance in the school. He said, first of all, bleep, that ain't even my MFing son. Okay?
They sent out the wrong black kid, bro.
They sent out the wrong black kid to a black man, okay, saying, come get your little nigger child, basically. So my pop said, first of all, that's not even my MFing son. Second of all, you ain't got to worry about him. He won't be back. And then he put me in public school, and that's a whole nother story. I literally went to Nathan Hale. Shout out to my Nathan Hale alumni. Shout out to y'all, all my hood niggas out there. That's where I went to school right after that. And, you know, all that loud talking, you know, suburban shit you can do in like a public school, private school. I tried to do that on the first day and got knocked out clean. On the first day, I got clean. I got chin checked on the first day.
Chin checked you the first day of school?
I got chin checked on the first day. They was like, yeah, nigga, you a new kid trying to come in here talking. Yeah, that's I got chin checked on the first day of school. But hey, after that, I learned how to duck. I did not get beat up. I got knocked out. There's a difference.
Yeah, it's worse.
Yeah.
No, I'd rather get knocked out. That's just one hit. I ain't got to take multiple hits.
You get knocked down on the first hit. Yeah, glass chin, head up.
Bro, it was a sucker punch. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was
all okay.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming. I stood there. It was like,
let him
tell it. The nigga knocked me out.
Let him tell it. Yeah.
Let me tell it. And I got sucker punch. That nigga in jail somewhere. I don't know. He ain't really doing much.
He about to send his niggas after you.
Them niggas got COVID.
Oh, well,
damn.
And, hey, man, you know, underfunded, under-resourced, brother. Yeah, I got up out of there.
I wouldn't know. I went to private school, so.
Yeah, you went to the whites.
Private school was hell for me.
Really? That shit's hell too. I ain't gonna lie. It was hell. I didn't realize the effects until I got older. But
I didn't realize that they was trying to reform me till now. Like, I was just really being a black kid, and there's niggas, they just wasn't happy.
Bro,
you were radicalized, man. You trying to be a Black Panther? That ain't working.
When I tell you, I used to go to the principal's office so much, bro, and it'd be for some bullshit, man. Like one time, bro, we in chemistry class, man. That shit was hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. And this nigga talking about atoms and ions and shit. I don't fucking know. I'm in middle class. I'm like, I didn't think he was gonna hear me. I was like, bro, who the fuck cares about chemistry? This shit is so fucking boring. And that nigga looked at me, bro. It's like, you know where to go. I was like,
you know where to go. Get out of here.
Man, bro, I used
to
be in that dude's office a lot. He's cool though, man. Shout out to Paul Hayward, bro. That's my guy.
Shout out to Paul.
Yeah. I told him, bro, he was about to call my parents, and I was like, bro, whatever you do not call my mom. Ever.
That's the first one I'm calling now.
Bro, I was like, I'll do whatever you want, man. Just do not fucking call my fucking mom, bro. And he never called my mom. I fuck with him for that.
I'm telling you, when you in that situation and you pleading with your lifetime shit, they'll work with you, bro, because they already know you about to go home or you about to get cooked.
Yeah, I was just like, man, bro, like, nah. Now, private school, I ain't gonna lie, I used to finesse though, man. Bro, I can tell you, I learned to finesse from private school. I think that's like
look who you was around, bro. Look who you was around.
Exactly. But I think that was the biggest like takeaway I got from it. If anything, just finessing. Man, they're just so green, bro. Like every student there was green. Like we used to have, we didn't have a lunchroom, so we used to get catered food, and you would sign up for the catered food. I never got it because my mom couldn't afford it. But they used to have like,
I used to put that shit on my tab.
Say it'd be like Chick-fil-A on Monday. Say it'd be like Chick-fil-A on Monday. We have Papa John's every Tuesday. and then it's like some other local restaurants throughout the week. And so you sign up for it, and then during lunch period, you know, your name's on the list and you get it. So what I used to do is, especially Chick-fil-A Day, oh, it was so green, bro. I'm talking about all the black kids. We had this little bench. We had this bench that sat right by the door. All the black kids in school sat there. Well, majority of us did. And so the Chick-fil-A Day would be like right outside that door. And the way they had it set up was Chick-fil-A would come, and in the front is like parent volunteers, you know, like soccer moms.
Yeah.
Oh, and then behind, they
be the worst.
Bro, and then so behind them was the Chick-fil-A, and so they check your name off, and you just go behind and grab. So one of us would be like decoy, saying the bench would be like, my name's right there, and then you'd be like, she's like, I don't see your name, you know, you distracted, like, no, it's right there, you sure? And then one of us would just go around, probably get like 5-10 Chick-fil-A sandwiches, put in our bag, and we go, and then you get like 3 people to do that. Man, we used to be eating Chick-fil-A, right? Until one, oh my God, bro.
You're telling me you were stealing more than one Chick-fil-A sandwich for yourself, bro.
Bro, we were finessing, bro. Like when I tell you, bro, like Deli, you know, like personal backstory. My mom doesn't grocery shop, so I grew up eating fast food and microwave dinner. So I never had, and we didn't have a cafeteria, so I never had lunch at school. So I used to either steal the lunch, or I used to take the white kids' lunches. So the white kids used to put lunch, and we never used lockers. It's private school. Everyone trusts everybody. So the white kids used to put their lunch under like the lobby chair, or like they used to put it like, and we had the stairways, put their lunch on the stair. So like during my free period, I used to have free period, study hall. I used to just go in kids' lunches and see what they had, man. I used to just open the shit and take the shit. And then Chick-fil-A Day come, and bro, I'm gonna tell you, this is my biggest finesse though. So Papa John's cater every Tuesday, right? And not everyone could get. So the period before lunch period, I had like this bullshit class that I barely went to. And so the lady who was delivering, I think she was from like Decatur or something, bro. Like she's from like our side of town. And so like she was like a dyke with like a gold grill and shit. So like, you know, like she spoke the language of the people. So I used to tell her, man, I'd be like, man, you know, she used to deliver for the whole school. It's K through 12. So she's delivering like 200-300 boxes. So she used to fuck with me so heavy, she used to give me like 10 boxes for free. So I used to get 10 boxes of pizza for free, and they were selling the pizza $1.50 per slice. And during lunch, I just sell it $1 a slice. So I'm making $80.
You're trapping with the pizza, bro?
I was making like $80. I used to just go around school and be like, man, you can have this whole box for $8. Instead of paying $1.50, she just give them to me, bro. Every Tuesday.
That's love, bro.
Yeah, that's why I fuck with her. I don't remember her name, but if you're listening to this, shout out to you, bro. She's really the GOAT for that shit. I used to finesse, man. I used to be making some bread, bro. Like she just give me pizza. I'd be like, man, I fuck with that.
$80 for the day? You making more than a grown man that eats some grown men.
Making bread, undercutting the people. All right, man. Let's get some jokes, man. Let's get into some jokes, bro.
All right, man. What we gonna talk about next, man?
Man,
we gonna talk about what's on the docket.
All right, so when you know when a chick is easy and where she's from matters.
Shit, man.
All right, who starts? Deli, you start.
Yeah,
where she's from definitely matters, bro. Because I done had a bitch done on me because I was from somewhere. Mind you. So I'm cool. We're talking, having a great conversation. She's like, where you from? I'm like, yeah, I live in the 90s. She's like, oh, you live in the 90s? Oh, I can't never do that. Yo, you a 90s nigga. I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, come on. Like, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But yes, where a girl is from, it depends, bro. Like, it really just depends on what stage of your life you are and where you from. Like, I'm not traveling to the West End to come pull up on some pussy. I'm just gonna be honest, bro. I'm not built like that. I'm not like that shit. Just you talking about pull up at 10:30 and I'm in Pittsburgh? Like, nah.
I'm sorry. You got the Pittsburgh with it.
Nah.
You're wild.
Like, come to my room. Come to my apartment. Nah.
She's like, yeah, it's 1 a.m. She's like, pull up the Bankhead. What you doing? No.
You gotta meet me in the
stop at the Sitco around the corner and get me.
No. I'm not doing it.
Nah, shit.
Won't be me.
Look, we can split this hotel in the middle of in the city.
She can't come to your house either.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta come out of pocket. It might be slow.
Fuck,
You start talking about a hotel, it might be slow for me. I ain't gonna lie.
You take that energy thing seriously with the insect candle thing, bro. I take that shit very seriously, bro. Like I don't want nobody inside my crib, bro. That shit is a personal, clean place for me, bro. Like I just can't.
Damn.
Like when I was back and forth, they was getting fucking straight in the basement, out the back door.
I'm dead. This guy is
straight like that.
That's gross.
I think
you take them to the basement first. You're gross.
Like, look, man, this is the B2B thing right now.
That's the easiest way to get them in. Shit, unlock that back basement door.
You're gross. Y'all are
Y'all knows exactly what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah. You gonna lock that back basement door?
That back door that's hard to open.
Yeah.
You gotta jam it.
Yeah.
Slam that bitch back real soft.
Yeah. Walk your ass to the back of the
house. real stealth like, so the lights don't come on.
Yeah. Walk your ass
to the back of the house. The grass is wet. Come on, stop playing.
It's dark. I can't see.
Stop playing. Use your phone.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I can't see.
Damn.
All right, let me say. All right, so I think where a girl is from does not matter depending on what she is to you. Like, if I'm looking for like a significant other, then where she's from doesn't matter. But if it's like just because I mean, like I'm judging you off of your mindset, not where you're from. Yeah, and like
that has a lot to do with it, though. Your nature is your nurture versus your nature.
Yeah, but I ain't not really, because I mean, if you got all the qualities I'm looking for, where you from don't matter really to me. But if you're like someone that's like fucking, where you from definitely matters. It's like you said, man. I'm not going to the West End to dibble and dabble in some pussy.
Hood nigga pussy, bro. That shit.
Yeah. Really, it's actually when you send me a location, I look on maps where it's at in the West or the South Side. Yeah. Really, I mean, it's really just where you from. Honestly, it's just like if you not.
Where are you living currently?
It's really it goes down to that notion in Atlanta where it's
what the neighborhood look like.
It really go down to that notion in Atlanta where it's like East Side women look better than any side, like the West Side. It's always a East and West beef, but like I think that East Side women for sure look better than. I don't know. It depends.
You just thought of somebody. I know what that was. I know that look.
It really depends, but it's that notion of like.
Go inside, man. It's too dark outside now.
It's that notion of East Side is better than West Side. I'm definitely not driving all the way to the South Side for nobody. That's deep. Yeah. South Atlanta, that's deep. Fuck.
Yeah, man. You know what? Deep, yeah, I'm not messing with anything 30 miles out. I used to like.
Cause I gotta know the area. I gotta know where exactly. Like if you telling me to pull up here, and I never been there before, it's like no. But if you telling me somewhere on the East Side, I'm like okay, and then you tell me where. I'm like, okay, I've been around here. I know who lives over here. I know X, Y, and Z. As opposed to you telling me to pull up on the West Side or South Side, it's like,
I don't know what's that.
Yeah, and then I see Old National Highway. Oh yeah, I'm good. You live on Old National, Gobby Road. I'm straight on that. I'm super straight on that.
Hey, man. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out on that old Nat, man.
Shit, I'm super straight on that.
Bro says we gonna miss it on the old Nat. What's on the old Nat, bro?
Man, it's actually some good spots on the old Nat, man. I used to live out in Lithia Springs, man. That ain't too far from Bankhead Highway. Bankhead Highway the same way, man. It ain't too bad.
Yeah, I mean Bankhead Highway is a long highway though. It goes through a lot of places. It's a long ass highway. Yeah, it goes through like Mapleton. It go to Lithia Springs. Yeah. It goes through like Cobb. So Bankhead Highway, I don't know. Old Nat is like old Nat. It's some shit on old Nat though.
I'll tell you my telltale sign, man. My telltale sign of like if it's
depends on where we met too.
It does depend on where we met, but I'll say this. It is. How do I say this? I think the ones that are like super duper into that horoscope shit.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty I like those because they're good. They're good energy to have around. And I know they're gonna have conversation. It's gonna be great conversation.
Forex in the bio.
What time were you born?
Easy. Forex in the bio.
I don't want
easy.
those.
Me
I don't
neither,
want the
but
Forex in the bio.
Easy. Forex in the bio. Easy. Live, laugh. The live, laugh, love shit on the wall. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Y'all niggas on here dropping gems, bro.
Easy.
Live, laugh, love is a good one.
Horoscope for sure. Oh my
horoscope
God.
for sure. I've had so many great conversations just based on my horoscopes, bro.
You're a Capricorn?
I learned more about myself by talking to them. I'm not gonna lie, I learned more about myself. I kind of enjoy it.
I don't know. That shit. Don't live by it every day. Like, don't let that be the reason why you like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just happy as shit right now, bro. I'm up $500, and let me not jinx it. I'm not even gonna look at that shit no more.
Hey, all right, let's talk about it. This guy is Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems right now.
We'll know, man. Ooh,
he literally is Adam Sandler's Uncut Gems. If
so
you haven't seen that, please watch that.
How much money are you? How much are you putting in before you make the bets, though, John?
So it depends on the like game code. So it's hard. You can't bet in like states where gambling isn't legal without, unless you have like a bookie or something. I don't have a bookie, and that gets tricky, right?
Yeah, super tricky.
So
I couldn't do that shit because I live in Georgia.
No, you can't. So you can't gamble. Like, it's a distinction between gambling and like fantasy, right? So there's like, you can do like one day fantasy basketball, one day like fantasy football, like where you're creating a team and it's a pool of players. Like, it might be whatever whoop-de-whoop amount of players, right? And so it depends on which, like today I put up probably like $70. Like I enter different
$70?
Yeah, enter like different games, and like one game it might be like you can only enter one lineup for $50, and the payout depending on where you place, like maybe it might be a $3,000 maximum prize, and the payout is if you come in first place you get $1,000, come in second you get whatever after that, like 500, right? And then if you lose you get shit, right? And so you just enter a whole bunch of those and shit. It'd be ones that be like $1. You can enter like 20 lineups, and you enter $20, and then like wherever your lineups rank within the ranking structure is like the amount of money. So it could be like you might be in 20th place, and 20th place gets $50. First place gets $300. And if you have like 6 lineups that get into that $50 spot, then you just made bread. You see what I'm saying? So it's just easy, bro. But you lose a lot. I lost $300 on Friday, so shit.
Yo, you're wild. Wow.
So what's your net though? What's your net, overall net?
Negative for sure. Bro, it's gambling. It's like any type. If you go to Vegas, bro, that's how they make their money. The odds of you winning is slim to none. Like you're playing against the house. You're playing to win, but you're really about to lose.
Yeah.
So shit.
That's why I'm not that excited about going to places like Vegas, man. Vegas has never been like, I'm about to go to Vegas.
Man, once this COVID shit ends and NBA is back, I'm betting on that shit, like money lines and point spreads. Like, I'm into that shit, bro. Like, I definitely. Now that I got some bread,
I really hope we don't see you on one of those episodes of like
Gamblers Anonymous.
Yeah, man. I hope we don't.
I just feel like when, man, it's just really the circumstances that I'm in, because I work in like a place where I can't invest in stocks. So it's like the only way. Yeah.
This time I rationalize it.
Yeah. Hey, you got to rationalize.
Yeah, I'm so serious, man. If I can invest in stocks, bro, I'd be straight. Like, they really catch you. I got an email the other day about something that I was invested in. They said you have to divest that asset, and I was just like, bro, this is a stock. This is an employer stock plan, bro. Like, this is something that you guys gave me the option to invest in. So that shit's weird, bro. Anyway.
So if you were so you can't invest in like the foreign exchange market. You can't participate in no market shares at all.
You can't invest in shit, bro. Can't invest in shit.
It's so many because they're so afraid of you doing insider trading that it's like if you're so close to the decision makers and all that stuff, and the job he has, you're gonna hear things by happenstance, man. So they really can't have you dealing with anything.
Yes.
So do you get to hear? Are you like close enough to actually hear those things, Jonathan? Where you feel like, okay, if you know what I'm saying, a nigga could drop a dime on me, and I can figure that shit out. Like, do you feel like at your job you could inside trade and be profitable?
Yeah, if I wanted to, like,
That's crazy.
Not gonna incriminate myself on here, but
yeah, that's what I'm about to say. You're wild for having answered that question. He's the feds. You DJ Bad, bro. You DJ Blad right now,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying.
You are DJ Blad right now, bro.
I mean, they.
I did.
So tell me about that gun charge that's not
hypothetically speaking, I don't think that like I really would be able to.
That nigga.
Seriously though, seriously, I really don't think I'd be able to. I work in a whole different side of I work in public finance, so I don't even speak to the people in corporate finance who deal with like the stocks that are traded on the exchange. So it wouldn't even. I mean, I know people over there, but they're kind of low on the totem pole to where I don't even think they'd be privy to the information anyway. So it's kind of, who knows?
All right, then last thing on the docket, man. Let's talk about Lou Will and these strip club chick.
Yeah, I think we just go ahead and edit that question out just to, you know what I'm saying?
Just to make it clean. Yeah, I'll edit that out. We don't have to have that question where you DJ Black.
Yeah. This man is a fucking fed, bro. Look at him.
So tell me about that insider trading. Yeah, let's hear about
this guy. What do you work for the SEC? What do you work for the SEC?
Yeah, you know he does.
This guy works for the fucking
undercover,
SEC.
Man.
I think he dropped off the call.
Damn, hey, he got the information he needed.
Exactly,
he counts,
bro.
man.
This man was trying to finesse
This is
me.
tapped. All right, let's talk about these strip club wings, man. I will say I'll disclaimer, I have never had strip club chicken wings in Atlanta yet.
Crazy.
I've had strip club chicken wings in Cleveland, and those are the best chicken wings in Cleveland. Shout out to Secrets. Shout out to Secrets.
That sound nasty in there.
Oh, it's super nasty, man. I've been to 2 strip clubs in Cleveland, and that's actually the better one. The first one was Tops and Bottoms. Shout out to Tops and Bottoms. Yo, say what you want, but real niggas know Tops and Bottoms in Cleveland was a staple of the community.
That shit sounds
They let me in there
sick.
at 15. They let me in there at 15 with a Hollister shirt on.
Oh yeah, that place was disgusting. That place was disgusting. I already know. They let you in. That place is disgusting.
They let me in there at 15 with a Hollister shirt on, and I used my brother's ID, and it was his birthday. And he asked me, "Hey, happy birthday, man! This is what you doing to celebrate?" I was like, "Oh shit, it is my birthday."
That's low key how we finessed. That's low key how we finessed in the strip club that day. When we said Jones was getting married. Was that what we said?
Oh, we said Jones was getting married. We said Jones was getting married. Yeah, that was
yeah. See, I'm telling
you. Was that Saloon? Was that Saloon to be?
No, that was Claremont Lounge.
Claremont Lounge. Yo, shout out to Claremont Lounge.
That's a
that's a sick place. That's a really sick place.
Sick place. It's great though.
It's a great place to take people to because it's fun.
Yeah, it's like a novelty type of niche type of strip club. Nah, that shit is lit.
Shout out to that.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi keeps going in and out over here. I don't know what's going on with the data. And then my phone got no thing. So my phone's signal is bad too. So
well, we'll wrap up soon, man. We on the last question, man. Tell us about your chicken wings in the strip club, man. You got any experience?
Platinum 21, man. You already know.
Man.
15 piece with fries for $7, bro. Nowhere you can beat that shit. I don't know if it's 7. It might be 10. I can't remember. But it's a 15 piece with fries for like 10, bro. It's lit.
15 piece of fries. Wow. Where is that at?
Platinum 21, bro. Is that Platinum 21 pinups?
Shout out. It's pinups, bro. You're talking about pinups. That's what you're talking about.
Pinups. I'm tripping. I'm saying, is Platinum 21 even open?
I don't think so.
Pinup, bro. Yeah, Pinup's one over there in Decatur.
Okay.
Bro, when I tell you that shit be so good, bro, that shit don't even make no sense. Bro, when I go to pinups, bro, I go in pinups with $100 and I feel like I got 1,000, bro. No cap, bro. No cap, bro. That's
But the
your
food,
bag.
I'm a menace when I go in there. It's like Drake.
Bro.
They start to ring the bell when I come in with $100.
you know, it's crazy. I've only had like
bro,
strip
$100
club.
is like $200 in there, bro.
I've only had like strip club food from pinups, and I had ordered strip club food from strokers, but I wasn't able to get it because of the person I was with, and that was.
Can you talk about it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I have a friend. Me and Derek, we have a friend, man. This guy here, man. It's just I fucked up because I know the type of person he is. So I fucked up. I should have known better. But you give people the benefit of the doubt, and it's like, whatever. So, bam, he calls me. This is like either birthday bash or car and bike show weekend. And he's like, yo, I want to go to the strip club. And I was like, man, you know, I'm not really trying to go to the strip club, bro. Honestly, I just got off of work, and I'm just hungry. I was hungry as fuck. And he's just adamant on it. He's like, let's go to the strip club. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go. He's naming all the big names, Blue Flame, Follies, Magic City. And usually I'd be down to go to Follies for sure. I love Follies.
Yeah.
But it was one of those weeks, I think it was Car and Bike. It's Car and Bike weekend. I know the city's lit. So I know it's going to be
Don't go to the big ones.
Yeah, it's going to be $100 cover charge to get in anywhere.
That's how it was Super Bowl weekend, man. That's how it was Super Bowl weekend.
So then I said, we can go to a little small one. Anyone in the city knows about Strokers. Like, Strokers is a known strip club in Atlanta, but it's not as a hit. I know people who are like going to the car and bike show are not trying to go to Strokers, right? And Strokers is kind of deep, not deep, but it's a little far. It's like in where's it, Stone Mountain or Decatur, one. Anyways, so I pick him up, gets in the car. He gets in the car, and then he's like, bro, I've never been in a strip club before. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know, I've grown up with him, so I know. I said, how much do you have? He said, I only got $20. And I knew right then that's when I fucked up.
You should have just left him in the car.
No, but see, look, but then I got in the car and I told him I'm only really in here to get some food and I might get a dance or two. So I stopped at the ATM and I'm like, bro, like, you know, if you want to take out some money, take out some money. He's like, nah, I just want to see us like, you only getting food, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. I take out like 50, 60, you know, and I go in there. So we go in, it's no one in there, bro. It's just dancers, right? And I tell him the rules. In the car because he's never been. So
okay. Let's lay out the rules right now. Let's let people know.
I said, don't go to the first dancer you see. Rule number 1, don't go to the first dancer you see. Rule number 2, I was like, flash a little bit of your cash, but not all of it. So I tell him, like, what I do usually is fold it in half and put it like at the edge of like my pants, so it's just sticking out of my jeans a little bit. That's my third rule. That's what I'm saying. Third rule, I said, they're going to be coming up to you, trying to pressure you. You want to dance? You want to dance? Hey, handsome, you look lonely. I said, do not fall for that. Just be like, nah, I'm good. Get out my face type shit. Right? And so we walk in, and he immediately ignores my rule. Rule number 1, don't go to the first one. We sit down. He sees her. She sees him. She's like, green. Oh, he's green. He got a Similac still on his breath, wet behind the ears. This boy is a baby. So, green. And he's like, yeah, bro, she got a fat ass, swoopty whoop. I'm like, bro, okay. I'm like, you a grown man. So I let him go. I ordered my food. I ordered my wings. Ordered some wings. Strip club shit. And I'm sitting there just like, I'm laughing at him because he in a dance. I think it was $5 dances that night too.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So he could have.
There goes $15.
But it's 10 to get in.
Oh, so damn, he only down to $5 right now.
Really down to 10 because he had 20.
Okay.
So,
okay.
And so like I get there, I order my food, and then I'm like looking, surveying, like see who I see. It's a few people in there, like a couple hood niggas and shit, whatever. And so I'm just like, okay, yeah. And nothing I really seen. I actually did see someone I like. So then I'm waiting on my phone. I get my food I'm waiting on my food. It's been like 20 minutes. it's been like 10 songs. I'm looking over there at my friend, and I'm like, man, it's been a couple songs over there. I'm like, I was like, this is his first time in the strip club, so I'm making sure I actually text Delroy. I said, yo, I got him in here in the strip club. I'm laughing my ass off. And the way it's dark in there, and she took him to the back. So I'm like, oh, he must be.
He about to really spend some money, man.
No, but the thing is, I was like, maybe she'd fuck with him, and cause like the way the angle looked, bro, it really looked like she was giving him head, bro. Like I swear to you, it looked like that in the back. It was like in the back. No one was there. No one's in the club, mind you. It's like maybe a few people. And so I'm just like, man. But then it's getting a little bit long. It's like 30 minutes. There's been a couple songs been played, and I'm just like, I go check in on him. I just go sit. I don't interrupt, but I just go sit there. I'm just like, oh, she's giving him a dance. But then it kind of dawns on me. It dawns on me like, bro, it's 5 a song. They play like 20 songs. And so they end the song, and this dude walk up to me, bro, and he said, bro, she's talking about I owe her like $100. And I said, ooh, she's not talking to me, she's talking to you.
Yeah, don't bring that debt over here, nigga. I don't need that.
Bro, so then he brings her over to me, and she's explaining to me the situation, like, yeah, he owes me, whoop, like $60-$70. I'm like, man, I said, I don't know what to tell you, but I said, how much you got? He was like, bro, I only got this 10. I knew that. So then I said, she's like, you know, you can pay with debit card. You can go to the bar and pay. I didn't know you could do that, but I guess you can. And so
yeah, when you get down to that bad, yeah, you can.
Bro, I said, how much do you have on your card? This man said, I got $0. So I'm heated, bro. I'm like, man, hell nah, bro. So then she look at me. She's like, bro, I'm about to get security. She starts talking about threatening us and like, I'm about to get my boys on you. They in the bag, whoop-de-whoop, like talking about shooting us and shit. I'm just like, ah, shit. And mind you, like, we're on the east side, bro. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I'm like, damn, man. So then, here's how you know you just a real player ass nigga, bro, like me, bro. Mm-hmm. I said, look, I already spent 10 to get in, and spent like another 10, 20 on some food. So what I got left, like I came in like 60, I think. So it was at 40. So I was like, man, I said, look, he owe you how much? He's like 100, something like that. I don't know. I said, man, look, I put the 40 in her hand, and I said, you gonna take this, and we gonna leave. And she's like, no, you owe me. Woo. Like, yeah, yelling, no. I said, you're not listening to me.
You gonna take this 40?
Yeah. I was
you're gonna take this 40 ball.
You're gonna take this.
Get out of here.
I was like, you're gonna take this and we're gonna leave. And then she had no choice. I mean, what you want to make 0 or 40? Because either way, you're not getting the money. Even if you call people on, it's like he has no bread.
He has nothing.
And I'm not about to spend my money for some shit he did. Well, I did, obviously. And so,
40, that's 40.
Yeah. So then that happened. She's like, don't ever come back. And I wasn't hearing all that. I definitely go back. But then, so we get in the car.
She don't even be there.
This is what made me mad, bro. I laugh at it now, but I was mad shit. We get in the car, bro. I was like, bro, what the fuck, man? He was like, bro, I thought it was going to be like Grand Theft Auto. And I was, I said, bro, what? I said, bro, we going home, man. I'm going to take you home, bro. Shout out to my boy, man.
Never bring him out.
You know who he is, man. Shout out to my boy, bro. But yeah, that's probably like.
You're a dirty dude, man.
That shit.
All right, well, I'll share this last thing and we can wrap up, man. I had one of the best meals of my life yesterday at Cheetah's Strip Club.
For sure.
Shout out to Cheetah's. Very respectful establishment. Very professional. It's one of those places where you don't have to hide your money. You can just put it on the table. You don't have to feel like people are going to be watching you and shit like that. I had a great time, man. Great time. I had the chicken biscuits and eggs. So if you go there, get the chicken biscuit and eggs, like $19.
Biscuit at fucking 11 o'clock.
Yeah, at 11 o'clock. So what? Judgment. It's Saturday, man.
You're right. Yeah, man. Shout out to all the strip clubs, man. Shout out to the first strip club. Real quick, what's the first strip club you ever been to?
Tops and Bottoms in Cleveland, Ohio. Rest in peace. They shut it down for health code violations. We miss you, man. We always thinking about it.
First strip club I went to was in St. Petersburg. Is that Florida, right?
That might be Florida, St. Petersburg. I don't know.
I think so. St. Petersburg or Largo, wherever, like that Largo, St. Petersburg area. First strip club, went with my basketball coach. It was litty.
Love it, man.
That's
the
PodFathers.
end, man. PodFathers podcast, man. This is episode 1.5. We did it.
1.5.
Maybe when y'all pay for it, you know what I mean? We'll get a Patreon going. Maybe you'll get episode 1. We'll bring that out.
Patreon content is gonna be crazy.
Patreon content will be very crazy. If you
Way
want to hear
more.
names, things like that, you want to hear more vulgar stuff, you want to hear us talk about
way more,
really,
way more raw and uncut. Probably not as serious. We got a little serious today, ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, man. Signing out, checking out Delroy. He'll be back. Technical issue.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to Delroy's Wi-Fi. He had to jump out. It died, so
yeah, man.
Send this out to you, man. That's it. I'm out, man.
Peace.